Okay guys, out for a quick ride on the California. Last couple of days of my summer holidays. Stopped in a little village called Valentina, and it's famous for making pottery for the last 2,000 years, clay bricks, pots, etc. And quite a quaint little village. We're going to have a ride up to the lake, see some of the views, and maybe have a look around one of the potteries. So I'll get on with our journey. No bags there. And Callie's hiding around the corner here. There she's parked up. Yeah, so it's a tiny little village, guys. There's not much here. We just stopped at the restaurant there, Restaurant Bar Nuevo, and had some tapas. And there's a statue in the square, and I wondered what it was before I parked up. But it's if you can see there, the guy is preparing clay in a mould. The handles are on the back of the mould there. This piece at the side is a mould for making the tiles for roof, the Roman tile clay tiles. So he's got a bucket there with water in, and he's kneading clay into a mould to make clay Valentine bricks, which are very popular in this area. And some of this actual statues made with the Valentine bricks are a very thin clay brick, and they've been using them for thousands of years, since Roman times. You can see the tiles inside their clay as well, so quite interesting. So we're going to have a ride up to the lake now.
No, you wouldn't expect this here, would you?
Not really.
Wow. Ooh. Here's my apple.
Big drop down the other side of the dam here.
What then?
Big drop down that side of the dam.
Yeah. Are we stopping?
Yeah, we've been stopping. We're just driving across, and I'll pick a place to stop. I don't think you drive up around the lake. I think.
What then?
I don't know whether you can. Maybe you can. Maybe you can drive around the lake. It's a bit industrial there, that's all I thought. Wow. There's a release gates when they release the one in Letour.
Yeah.
That's the gates they open. Flatter down there.
Wow. You wouldn't sort of think that's there, would you? Because it's like that big one in Mule. And the other one in Cali, isn't there?
Wow. Okay. So guys, surrounded by hidden gems. We've lived here for 18-19 years, and we didn't even know this was here. It's probably about 20-25 kilometers from where we live, like I say, on the outskirts of a little town called Valentine. And it's a man-made lake. It's called an embalse, which is a reservoir, so it's obviously been dammed off for water, for agriculture and treating and drinking. And I would imagine there would have been properties in this valley before it was flooded, obviously long since underwater. You see an old ruin on the top of the hill. Some of the old ruins are quite amazing. I would imagine you can probably ride all the way around this lake, so we'll have a tootle around and head back and see if we can see some pottery and how the things are made in the Valentine factory. Like I said before, this area is renowned for making clay pots, and must be a good natural source of the red clay that they use local in this part. You can see in the distance there, I don't know, you may not see on this meta video, but in the distance you can see what looks like a little town, a white town, but that's actually marble. So that's a marble quarry, and the marble's dug out in huge great chunks, probably 1 metre by 1 metre by 3 metres long. Then that's sent to be processed and cut into tabletops and various marble things that are used in construction and elsewhere. So yeah, we'll take a few photos and have a tootle around. So have a tootle around the lake, guys, and look at some of the scenery. Lots of little picnic areas. Do you want to have a look down by the lake, Liz? I'm saying there's lots of little areas. I've put one park there. Wow. No. Wow, that's pretty spectacular views. No, you can fish, and I think you can camp.
You can fish what?
You can camp on the. When I looked on Google, there was camping reviews. About that because it's
a bit of a nice road. That's nice.
No.
Can't take from Cali off road. No.
So guys, that's where the road ends, and we're going to do a U-turn. Like Leslie said, we're not going to take this old girl off road. Now this would be a great place to explore on the Vosges 300, although it's very sandy. But yeah, I bet these tracks go for miles, so could be a possible place to come out for a day on the Vosges and have a bit of a scoot around the lake on the tracks. And get back onto some tarmac where the Cali's used to. Yeah, something, isn't it? Mountains going into the distance as well. That's a nice photo there. That's a nice photo there, actually. It's videoing, so I can take a still from it.
paddling that though.
They probably do dip their feet. I don't suppose they swim, but
Maybe you couldn't just wait to
cool off.
down, dip your feet and cool off. I get why you can't swim though. If anything happens, it's dirty about.
no. But it's quite strange the difference. It's quite strange the difference on the lakes and reservoirs in the UK. You see a lot of people on kayaks and canoes and boats, and you also see a lot of kids swimming on the banks.
Yeah.
And it's the same. There's no one there, no lifeguards or anything like that looking after the place.
But it's busier. It's busier, like you said, for a lot of people doing it. You come out, you swim there, get cramped, anything happens, you've got no one's going to be catching you.
No.
I sort of get why you say. Then again, the fact that we went to that place was wrong because it said no jumping and no diving in. We all jumped off the bottom. So.
A lot of water here. Doesn't look like there's a shortage, does it? So guys, we've ended up in Caravaca della Cruz. We were going to go at the potteries and stop there, but most of them shut for August holidays. So we've tootled up to the castle, and we're going to have a look around the castle in Caravaca. So it's an old Moorish castle and a church built atop the hill. And again, stunning part of Spain. And the medieval town here is very popular with its medieval markets when they have big fiestas on. But yeah, another nice place to visit. It's along a pilgrim walk that comes up to this place. It's one of the, I think it's 7 holy cities, Catholic holy cities in the world, and it does it in rotation. So they have a year where it's held here. So they have the centenary year, or the year of the holy year, every 7 years here in Caravaca. And lots of pilgrims come to see the place. And there's quite a history behind this Moorish castle as well. I'll talk about it more when we get inside. A bit of information there, guys. Islamic castle, walls and towers rebuilt and extended at a later date. On the inside there was previously another medieval walled settlement which was demolished and built to the current Vera Cruz, the True Cross, church and annex chaplain's house. On the north face you can see the polygonal bulwark built in Bulwark, I should say, it's spelled W-A-R-K, built in 1811 for the fortification of the castle during the war with France. And QR codes for all the information if you visit this place. So there's Cali parked under a tree in the shade, getting some rest from the heat. And yeah, we're entering the castle. There's some construction work going on, and it's quite an impressive place. This, the walls that go around the place are really impressive. Crazy time to be doing work in August with the heat. These guys are working away. So according to legend, which is said to have taken place in 1232 when Caravaca was under Moorish rule, a Christian missionary priest named Ginés Pérez Gerinos de Cuenca was captured and brought before the Moorish king. The king was curious about the Christians' faith, and in particular the celebration of the Mass. He ordered the priest to demonstrate the ceremony. The king had everything prepared for the Mass: an altar, candles, bread, wine. But when the priest began the service, he realised a crucifix was missing. He stopped and explained he could not continue without the presence of a cross on the altar. At that moment, as the king watched, 2 angels appeared from the window and descended carrying a double-armed cross, which they placed on the altar. The priest then continued the Mass during the consecration, when, according to the Catholic theology, the bread and wine become the body and blood of Christ. The king had a beautiful vision. Instead of the host, he saw a beautiful baby. Astonished by the miracle, the Moorish king and his family converted to Christianity and was baptized. The cross, known as the Vera Cruz, True Cross, is believed to contain a fragment of the true cross on which Jesus was crucified, and has since become a revered relic and symbol of the town. This legend is the cornerstone of the annual festivities in Caravaca della Cruz, which commemorate the miracle and conversion of the king, and it contributes to the town's status as a major pilgrimage destination. So we weren't able to film a great deal inside the church because there's a service just about to start, so there was no filming, no photography as such. And the views into the distance. I believe that mountain directly in front of us, not to the left but directly in the middle, is the mountain where we live, just at the base of that mountain, and that's the Sierra de Ricotti. And the mountain range to the left of that, just in front of that, is the Sierra del Oro. So some stunning views and quite high altitude here.
Did you get a pic?
Yo también te espero aquí.
That where we've just been in?
Yeah. And some historic buildings in the old quarter of Caravaca de la Cruz. There's another one of the really old churches, and I think that dates from about 1100 if I remember right, reading on the front of it. Another one over there to the left. Again, really old churches. And the new town over to the left in the distance, and the mountains behind. And this part of Murcia is quite green because you've got a bit of altitude here, so it's not as barren as down towards the coast, and certainly not as barren as towards Almeria, which is more desert-like. And some stunning scenery and riding in this part of Spain, especially heading inland towards Castilla-La Mancha. That's the facade of the Church of the Cross, and the museum next door, which we've been in before. You can do a tour around it. It's not a fantastic amount to see in there, but it's worth spending some time looking around there if you make your way up here from the town. If you walk up, it's a considerable climb. We managed to ride up on the motorbike, but you can walk it. We walked it a few times in the past. July and August, it's a bit warm to be doing it, but if you do it early in the morning when it's cooler, it's possible. So the side of the church and the views over the mountain are pretty impressive at the back. It's an amazing piece of architecture. It's high up on the top of a hilltop. Stunning views all round. So here's a model of a mock-up of the church and the old castle. It's been put together so people can see how it's configured. So this is one of the views from one of the turrets on the castle on the top of the mountain, looking back across towards the Sierras and down towards the motorway there in the distance. See a stunning all-weather pitch they got down there, track and field events, pole vault and long jump, etc. Big car park down there that's often used when the big fiestas are on and people walk up into town. But yeah, stunning day. Going to be very warm later. Forecast up to 36 again, and that's continuing into the first week of September, and then we should get mid-30s and slightly cooler evenings, hopefully. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and keep an eye on the channel for future videos, and I'll catch up with you soon. Peace out, ride safe, and enjoy your motorcycling.